Are you seeking to understand who you are, what you want from life, and where you fit into this busy world? The Man That Can Project Self-Discovery Program is the program to help you answer those questions. This program with 3 comprehensive modules helps you get clear on who you are as a man, what you want from your life, and where you can set yourself up to thrive. Throughout this program, you're going to dive deep on some of the life's questions that only the most successful people ever spend time to answer. It's not only about standing out in this busy world, but it is using your life experiences to create a better life for yourself. I know that I wish I had this when I started my journey. It would have helped me fast track success and get clear on what was truly important. Once you complete this program, you're going to have a better sense of direction and purpose for your life. You will have more confidence and resilience and a complete roadmap to create the life that you want. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Head over to themanthatcanproject.com and check out the self-discovery program. I can promise you, your life will never be the same.
In 2014, a lady blasted me on social media, accusing me of pretending to be someone that I'm not. The truth was, I had decided I didn't want to continue being who I was. I wanted more. And up until that point, I hadn't taken responsibility for who I'd become and how my life was playing out. I felt like I had only cast a vision for my career, which I now call my professional vision. The problem with solely setting up a professional vision is that it neglects so many other aspects of your life that would build a better personal vision. So what I'm talking about there is your relationships, your lifestyle, how you treat and view yourself, which were neglected. So I had never really thought about it, what I wanted in the rest of my life. And I guess in that moment or prior to that, I'd started thinking about that, which required change. Now, before I continue going into the rest of this newsletter, if you're going to get value from this, make sure you share it on social media. And I do also want to say, if you're in a position where you don't think you can change or you don't believe that other people can change, you're stuck in a fixed mindset. And a very simple Google term for you is fixed versus growth mindset. And just being open to that has led to a lot of change in my own life and allowed me to change how I see other people when they're going through growth as well. Because when change happens, whether it's us personally or people around us, we don't necessarily like change. And depending on how frequently you experience it and what you have done to learn to deal with it or manage it will help how you respond to that. And if you're reacting a lot in life, then that's a great place to start. So as a result, I found myself neglecting personal relationships. I was living for the weekend, trying to escape the stress of the week, and I didn't feel like I was enjoying life. You know, you come out of school extremely ambitious and excited and feel like you're going to take on the world, and I just wasn't doing that. I thought, if this is how life is going to be for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, then I don't want part of that. So I wanted more, but I wasn't quite sure what it would look like. I only had my past experiences to base success on, and I hated that. I hated myself. I doubted myself, and I didn't believe that I could change things. You know, that's that fixed mindset. Sometimes, I believe this, your life will burn down around you to allow you to rise from the ashes, right? I hit rock bottom and decided that I didn't want to stay there. And the idea around that for me, which I didn't write in the newsletter, was when you're at rock bottom, you have 2 choices, right? You can stay there, which at times feels more comfortable, but isn't going to change anything, or you can bounce back. And in order to bounce back, the most simple way to look at it is you just do the opposite of what you've done to get to that point, which requires growth, right? Requires getting into that uncomfortable zone. So as I decided to go the only other way I knew how, which was upwards, I've worked with hundreds of men who've found themselves in similar positions. They've had a professional vision for their life, but now feel that internal void or even a hole. It's something that feels like it's missing. And you can watch a heap of my testimonials over on the YouTube channel there of people's experiences of growth in different areas of their life. So life doesn't have to be lived this way. It is far too short that if we only adopt the beliefs that we are fed through school, many of us will never be happy. My life has improved tenfold since starting since I started challenging my perspective on things. So people often limit their experiences by only viewing life through a single lens. This leads to a life that lacks meaning, understanding, and enjoyment for most. And this has been at the forefront of my mind recently as I've started taking photos for Shepherd, one of Australia's largest musical exports over the last decade. Now, my wife's in the band, and I thought it would be fun to capture moments and document the journey. It has given me so much more than I first thought. You know, I own 2 businesses and pride myself on the hard work and achievement that comes with that. But stepping aside to learn a new skill, in this instance, photography, has helped me manage my time better, capture moments that has given me a unique perspective that I'd never really considered. Being behind the camera, I'm constantly capturing those unique shots, probably a lot more terrible shots, but there's a couple of goodies in there that highlight perspective, right? Perspective of capturing the band. I see the energy, the fulfillment, and the entertainment, and I get to witness those who are living out their passion and their dream. Then capturing the crowd, I see people who feel something through music, the appreciation, the letting go, and the being entertained. And it highlights 2 sides of the same coin, or of a coin for the same event, right? Something that I've been able to introduce into my own life. I remind myself that in life there are multiple perspectives to what I could be experiencing, right? Questions like, what are the differing perspectives here? Or which perspective will serve me right now? This helps because it opens me up to expanding my mind and expanding my life. And if I don't expand my mind, eventually, I'll feel stuck because I will only ever continue doing what I now believe, right? As we all know, growth is important. I touched on that a moment ago. And I've been spending a fair bit of time watching photography tutorials on YouTube, which has helped me develop the multi-lens framework that I want to share with you for the remainder of this episode. I've reflected on how I would go about gaining more perspective in my life. And if you want to try it out, you can use this in your own life. And once again, as all the stuff I say, this worked well for me, and I would love to hear your feedback. But just because it worked well for me doesn't mean it's the right thing for you. You are in control of getting the results that you want in your life. So the framework, the multi-lens framework, let's break it down. So step 1 is just taking a different role. And you've heard me talk about previously embracing new experiences, right? This is the same thing. But an example of that is shifting from your usual routine to trying something new, like volunteering, joining a new group, or taking on a different role at work. The application for this is stepping outside of your comfort zone to gain new perspectives. This can lead to personal growth and a broader understanding of different aspects of your life. Point 2, learning new skills. So the example would be taking up a new hobby such as photography, cooking, a sport, a language, whatever it may be. And the application is embracing opportunities to upskill and view life differently. Every time you learn something new, you shift perspective, and it can refresh your mindset and open you up to new possibilities and even opportunities, to be honest. Number 3, capturing memories. So the example would be documenting experiences through journaling, photography, or creating a scrapbook. How old do I sound there? And the application is reflecting on different aspects of an event to gain a deeper understanding. This practice can enhance your appreciation for life's moments and provide valuable insights. Next one is prioritizing tasks. We all know focus is extremely important, especially as we get a lot busier in life. The example, balancing various responsibilities by breaking them down into manageable steps. The way I would look at this is when you know you want to try something different and it seems overwhelming to get started, I would always just break it down, to what is the smallest or most manageable step I could take right now that is going to get me moving in the direction that I want to go in. And so the application for this, managing time effectively to allow space for new experiences and perspectives, and prioritizing tasks that you can now explore new opportunities without feeling overwhelmed. And the final one, vision. I talk a lot about that, and I've spoken about personal and professional vision, and it's something that we do in the Life Mastery Blueprint. And for those of you who are going, what's the Life Mastery Blueprint? If you're following me on Twitter, you'll see I'm, documenting the process out loud as I'm going through the rebrand with the business, updating what was known as the self-discovery course. I mentioned it potentially could be the focus success system. That just didn't feel right for what is in it. So the Life Mastery Blueprint is what we're leaning on at the moment, but stay tuned. But we'll cover all of that. So setting a clear goal, this is the example, for what you want to achieve in different areas of your life. The application is focusing on long-term goals and aligning your actions with your vision. So a well-defined vision can guide your decisions and help you stay on track to achieving your dreams. Now, it's something that I think about a lot, and I'll quickly just recap those for you. So number 1, taking a different role. Number 2, learning new skills. Number 3, capturing memories. Number 4, prioritizing tasks. And number 5 is vision. So I have found myself so focused on earning money and building a business that I sacrificed many things that I wish I didn't. And I battle with knowing that sacrifice is required to build a great life. But the idea of working 48 weeks a year for just 4 weeks of holidays does not sit well with me. And I wonder where you sort of sit on that fence. To be honest, I don't know anyone who really agrees with it, yet we seem to have been convinced that it is the only way to live. What if there's a lens that you haven't looked through yet? I would encourage you to start challenging that idea. The life I now live is something that I never really understood. And that's not for everyone, but it works well for me. Just going to have a sip of coffee here. So people are so different, but we live in a time where there are so many podcasts to listen to, opportunities to make money, and ideas around success. So start exploring what's available. You have the opportunity to make your life better through a new understanding, increased creativity, improved empathy, and enhanced self-awareness. Every opportunity you say yes to can provide perspective, so embrace it. And it may sound very contradictory to when I say make sure you say no, but I think in the beginning you say yes to get experiences and gain new information around what you like, what you don't like, and then as you become more clear around what you want to achieve and you're able to prioritize, that's when you need to start saying no. So as I mentioned a moment ago, I'm looking forward to launching the first 4-week cohort of the Life Mastery Blueprint. So join me for 4 weeks to dial in on your personal and professional visions, establish your business readiness, develop your success management system, and be ready to build a better life. You can join the waitlist now if you head over to themanthatcanproject.com, see programs, and you'll see the waitlist there. And you'll be notified when it's ready to go live. The cool thing about this one is I'm going to be doing the calls live with you guys. So not only will we be going through the information and helping you implement it, because implementation is more powerful than information, in my opinion, I'll be there live to answer questions for you as we go. So thanks for being here. Now I'm going to head off to Australia and kick off this workshop for the next 4 days. So I'm excited for it. Thank you guys. Remember, if you got value from it, share this with someone that you know would appreciate it, just one buddy, and tag me on social media. We will see you next week. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.